Hey, what is up guys, Joseph here for another top 10. This one's going to be the top 10 Marvel villains.
Number 10.
My number 10 is Galactus. Now Galactus is only on this list because, as I talked to about in my top 10 Marvel superheroes, I played Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which is a game where you play as a group of 4 superheroes that you can pick among a gallery of them, and you have to fight against the Marvel supervillains, and Galactus is one of the many main antagonists of the game.
Number 9.
Red Skull, the only thing I've seen him in was the Captain America First Avenger. Red Skull, Hugo Weaving alone was a good casting.
Number 8.
Number 8 is Ultron. Now, the only reason he is not any higher is because of how much I did not like what they did with Ultron compared to what they kind of teased in the trailers. Because I was expecting basically a Terminator in the Avengers. A badass killer robot fighting the Avengers. That's basically what I was expecting, and it's not what I signed up for.
Number 7.
Number 7 is another villain that really ticked me off when I was excited when I heard that he was going to be the villain in Iron Man 3, and what they did to the Mandarin really ticked me off. I talked about Galactus being introduced by Marvel Ultimate Alliance to me. Mandarin was the same thing. Marvel Ultimate Alliance did him justice more than Iron Man 3 did.
Number 6.
Number 6 is one they actually did justice, and that's the Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier and 2 other villains, counting Red Skull, are the only villains that has really had justice done so far anyways. We haven't seen that much of Thanos, so I can't really say anything about that, but I'll get into the other one a little bit later. But it's going to be a trend. You're going to notice a trend about some of these characters, mainly the villains introduced by Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Ever since then, I've known a lot of these villains. I just love how he's the villain who doesn't want to do bad, but he's forced to by programming. I just like those kind of villains, are those sympathetic villains, I guess. Just me personally. But anyways.
Number 5.
My number 5 is the Kingpin. This one I am not going to say that much about because I know there are some people out there who haven't seen Daredevil. Watch the show Daredevil and you will understand why he is at number 5.
Number 4.
Number 4, the only reason why I'm putting him this high is because I still have a feeling he is going to be the villain that we all talk about when this is all said and done, to be the best villain of the MCU. I hope I'm right. My number 4 is Thanos. Now, they have been teasing Thanos for about, 4 years now, since the first Avengers, 2012? Yeah, 4 years. We haven't really had that much to do with him, other than 2 end-credit scenes and a scene in Guardians of the Galaxy. Other than that, we haven't seen that much of Thanos, or really heard that much about Thanos. I really think that this is going to be potential spoilers. It's not really been spoiled, but it's just a prediction of mine for the first part of the Infinity War, and I think that Thanos is going to kill every single Avenger. Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, all of them. And then they're going to get resurrected. I think that's going to be the cliffhanger type thing with the part 1 and part 2. I think that's going to be the cliffhanger with all the Avengers 9, but we'll see. The only reason I really think that is because that scene in Age of Ultron at the very beginning, where Scarlet Witch gives Tony Stark a vision and he sees the whole Captain America, Thor on this, and Black Widow, I think Hawkeye was in there somewhere, on this rocky terrain with spears in their back, and Captain America's shield broke in half, and I think that's where Thanos kills all of them and heads to Earth to cause destruction.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Doctor Doom. For most people, I can see why he will be higher on everybody's list because he's probably the poster boy for the villains, Marvel villains. The only reason why he's that low is because of how he has been treated in the movies. Especially that new one that just came out, I think, last year. I really hope that Marvel gets the rights back to Fantastic Four because Fox can't do anything with them. Y'all have X-Men, give Marvel back Fantastic Four. Because Fantastic Four is going to be dead. Heck, it probably already is. But the only reason he's that high is because of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking y'all are going to be sick of me talking about Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I just love that game. The first one. I didn't really care about the second one. The first one I loved. But Doctor Doom is the villain of that game. The main antagonist of the game.
Number 2
is Magneto. I don't know if I'm going to get hate for this or not. I love Ian McKellen. I love him as Magneto. I love him as Gandalf. But I love Michael Fassbender as Magneto more. I really think that Michael Fassbender as Magneto is better because I've actually felt sympathy for Michael Fassbender as Magneto than I have Ian McKellen's. Like I've felt sympathy sometimes with Ian McKellen's Magneto, but Michael Fassbender, especially the scene in Apocalypse, I talked trash about it earlier, but that scene with Magneto's daughter and his wife getting gunned down by the police, if I remember right, something along those lines of the police or the army or something like that, getting gunned down by them and end up killing 20 people at least. Like I couldn't help but feel sympathy for the guy and actually cheer, I guess, when he actually killed him. Maybe I'm just a horrible person.
Number 1
And my number 1 Marvel villain as of right now is Loki. And a large part of that has to do with Tom Hiddleston as Loki. Like I talked about in my last video, how much I think Robert Downey Jr. is a perfect fit to Iron Man and Hugh Jackman is a perfect fit to Wolverine. Like I cannot see anybody else claiming that role. Like I can't see anybody else claiming Iron Man or Wolverine. Him and Magneto are the only 2 villains that I can actually sympathize for. Well, and Winter Soldier. I forgot about him. Thanos, I can a little because of why he's doing what he's doing. I'm not going to get in that much spoiler if y'all don't know about it. But him, I can sympathize with a little. But Winter Soldier, Magneto, and Loki are by far the most sympathetic Marvel villains, in my opinion. Now, some honorable mentions for the top 10 Marvel villains. Baron Mordo, Doctor Strange villain, who I believe is going to be, he's going to be in the movie played by the guy from 12 Years a Slave. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but he should be good. I don't think he's going to be the villain of this movie. I think they're going to like tease it in the movie, but have him be the villain in the sequel. But the second honorable mention is Grey Gargoyle, which I honestly never even heard of until I played Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Basically what he is he's, if he touches you, you turn to stone. In my opinion, that makes him one of the most deadliest villains. I don't really know that much more about him because he wasn't in that game for long, but ever since I played that game and I had you had to fight him in the game, I was just a fan right off the bat. But yeah, that's my list. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you got a top 10 suggestion, comment down below, let me know, and I'll try to turn it into a video if I can. As always, like me on Facebook at JMaster97, follow me on Twitter at JMaster97, links in the description below. Now shout.